What's up guys, Infernape here. Now if you are living under a rock, you'll know that the main power source of One Piece are devil fruits. The other is Haki, but the show revolves more around devil fruits than it does Haki. And I decided, you know what, why not make a top 10 video based on the devil fruits that I would eat. So basically, if devil fruit somehow managed to get into this reality, I'd be going over the ones that I would eat without question. For those who don't know, the powers of the devil fruits are like this. After you eat one, you gain a specific ability. Depending on which type you eat, it gives you all sorts of different abilities. Some are good, some are terrible. But the massive downside of it is, you can no longer swim, and you're also weak to sea prism stone. So, meaning, you cannot swim ever again. Like, that is not the best thing in the world, considering most people like to swim, but it's good for those who don't like to swim. So, yeah, I thought I'd go over the fruits that I would happily give up swimming for. Because some of these fruits are top-notch. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, or some devil fruits that you would eat if they came into this world, if you really like One Piece, and if you have any video suggestions for the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get into the video! At number 10, we have the Bird fruit Model Phoenix. Now this fruit just screams awesome to me. Because by giving up the ability to swim, you get the ability to fly, and much, much more. This devil fruit is a Zoan type devil fruit that allows the user to turn into a phoenix or a phoenix-human hybrid at will. And this was consumed by Marco, the former 1st Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates. This devil fruit not only gives you the power to fly, and also turns you into a phoenix or human phoenix hybrid. It can also increase the user's physical capabilities. It gives you great strength, enough to hold back 2 mythical Zoan type devil fruits. Like I said, the ability to fly. But this gives you great speed. Like, it gives you, I'm not sure how fast your flight capabilities are, but I assume it's pretty fast. Oh yeah, it gives the user very sharp talons on their feet. But very sharp in fact, that you could slice through quite a lot of opponents while you kick. So when you kick them, you slice them. And if you kick them in the right spot, you could pierce some vital organs while you kick them. So that's always useful. Plus it also gives you regeneration capabilities. So while you're in Phoenix mode, let's say you got your arm sliced off, it will just instantly grow back. I cannot remember if that works in human form as well, but I do know it does work while it's in Phoenix mode. So it could work in human form, I don't know. I would definitely eat this fruit because of the fact that, you know, I want to fly. Like, let's be honest, deep down, someone out there wants to fly without the use of some sort of outside help. Hence, like a water jetpack or maybe some sort of flight simulating machine. You want to fly using your own capabilities. And this fruit can allow you to do so. Plus, if you get something cut off, hey, it grew back, you know? Plus, it helps me out a lot because I'm a martial artist. So, if I kick, I can do some damage with the talons that I grow back into my leg. So, that's always helpful. I definitely would love to have this devil fruit. Plus, the chances of me getting into water are slim. Why? Because I can fly. So, yeah, honestly, this definitely would be worth giving up swimming for, you know? At number 9, we have the Soul fruit. Now, for those who've been, well, caught up to One Piece, you're going to probably think that I'm an absolute psychopath for wanting to have the Soul fruit. But this is my list. I want what I want. And I definitely want to have a crack at having the Soul fruit. The Soul fruit is a paramecia type devil fruit that allows the user to interact with human souls, and it was consumed by Big Mom. Yeah, I know. But still, Big Mom is the captain of the Big Mom Pirates. This fruit consists of manifesting and drawing out human souls of people who feel fear. So all I need to do is go up and scare them. Shouldn't be that hard to do. But yeah, after that, the manifested souls take the form of a light pink substance. Or if you're the devil fruit user, they're transparent. And it also leaks out of the victim's body like smoke. The user can extract the victim's soul by grabbing it once it is surrounding the target's body and pulling it out. So all I need to do is grab it and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Hey, how you doing?
This effectively steals the victim's very lifespan, the amount of which is determined by the user. So yeah, effectively I could steal some of someone's lifespan, or I could choose to steal all of it and kill them instantly.
NANI?
And their remaining lifespan gets added to my lifespan. So the lifespan that I take is the lifespan that I get added straight to mine. Meaning I can live hundreds if not thousands of years if I extract enough of people's lifespans. Now I wouldn't do this for an extremely long time. Like, I wouldn't do this until the sun dies. That's basically what I'm saying. I'd probably do it for a reasonable amount of time, but I wouldn't go too overboard. Like, I want to see what the world will become. I want to see if the world will become extremely futuristic, like people publicize on TV. I want to see what the world will become in like hundreds, if not thousands of years. I want to see how far humanity can expand. That's why I would want to use the Soul fruit. Plus, with the Soul fruit, I could interact with souls of the dead already. I don't know if that's possible because I haven't gotten to that part of One Piece yet, but I am interested to see what the Soul fruit is capable of. And I want to see what humanity will be capable of in a few hundred, if not a few thousand years of the future. I want to see what humanity can do. And that's why I probably would have the Soul fruit. Just to see what humanity can become in thousands of years' time. At number 8, we have the Dice fruit. Now, I doubt people are going to properly understand at first why I want this fruit, but I would probably use it for reasonable reasons. Not the same reasons that the user used it for. This paramecia type devil fruit allows the user to turn their body to gain the characteristics of a steel blade to attack their opponents with. Basically turning them into a full-bodied, bladed human. And this was consumed by Daz Bones, aka Mr. One. And I cannot lie, he used his devil fruit extremely well. Like, have you seen Mr. One against Zoro? That fight was badass. The biggest strength of this fruit is that it can turn any part of your body into a blade. Your fingers, your arms, your hands, your hair, your legs, anything. Any part of your body you can think of, it can turn into a blade. So I definitely think that is absolutely amazing. Like, that is pretty strong if you ask me. The user of the devil fruit is also immune to normal slashing. So let's say someone decided to get a good old pocket knife. Try to do a good slash. Nah, that ain't happening, son. So, yeah, honestly, this is pretty badass if you ask me. Plus, the creative blades by the user can also rotate quickly and on their own, acting almost like drills or spiraling fans. Like, that's pretty strong if you ask me. Now, I am not going to use this fruit to go on a mass murder spree. I would use it purely for two reasons. The first reason being cooking. If you know me well, I'm currently on a catering course. So I feel like it would be very helpful to turn my hands into blades. So that way, it saves me going to find my knife set. So then I could just cut up what I needed into the correct portion sizes. So I could simply fillet a fish or dice some vegetables. That would definitely come in handy for me. Also, I'm a martial artist. I study Wing Chun. And one of the weapons that we use in Wing Chun are called butterfly knives. And I definitely would like to see if I could maybe turn my hands into butterfly knives. Because the way we think about butterfly knives is an extension of our own body. So if I just turn my hands into butterfly knives, that'd be pretty sick. At number 7, we have the Glint Glint fruit. Now this definitely is a must-have. This is by far one of the top tier fruits in One Piece so far. This Logia type devil fruit allows the user to create, control, and turn into light at will, turning them into a spark of light. Now that is pretty badass. Imagine being able to control light. Like, I don't know if maybe you can control all forms of light. For example, you could maybe control these spotlights that I've got in my room. Or maybe you could control the light that is emitted from the sun outside. I don't know how far it can go, but being able to control light, that's pretty cool. This fruit was also consumed by the Marines Admiral Kizaru, who can use the fruit extremely well. This fruit also enables the user to travel anywhere at the speed of light. That alone is what I would want for this fruit. I would utilize that ability the most because I despise public transport. Here's the thing. I live in London. And as we all know, public transport is a pain in the arse in London. Like, no matter where you go, there's always some sort of bus strike, tube strike, train strike. There's some form of strikes, and that pisses me off. So, I would love to use this ability just so I can go anywhere at the speed of light. Plus, I could meet up with some of my friends from other countries, literally like that. I could go on holiday without having to pay for a plane. That is badass! Like, you cannot deny, that's probably the best thing about this fruit. This fruit also utilizes light-based attacks that can shoot out of your fingers, palms, whatever. And they can all travel at the speed of light. And they all have devastating impact. It's also capable of causing massive explosions, so that's always fun. But yeah, basically, the massive explosions are cool. I personally would just use it so I can travel at the speed of light. So that way, I can go to college in no time at all. Plus, I can travel anywhere in the world I want to go at the speed of light. Yes, I would have to know how to get there, but I did pass my geography GCSE, so I think I'll be fine. At number 6, we have the Clone fruit. Now, while I find the user of this fruit extremely unbearably annoying, I cannot deny that I do like the power of his fruit. This Paramecia type devil fruit allows the user to turn into a physical double of anybody they touched, making them a double human, or an imitating human if you want. When the user changes, they also imitate the copy's person's flexibility, strength, and abilities, except for those who have devil fruit powers. They also can change themselves by touching their face with their right hand and turning back to normal with their left hand. Not to mention they've also can copy anyone's physical body. As shown as in One Piece, when Bon Clay, also known as Mr. 2, turns into Nami. And we all know what happens right after that. Once a user of the Clone fruit touches you, you can turn into a perfect replica of anybody you have ever touched. Like, you can copy their physique, their muscle mass, their physical strength, their voice, eye color, hair color, you name it. Everything gets copied. The only thing that does not get copied is devil fruit powers. So that is the only drawback, but it's not a bad drawback. I mean, theoretically, with this power, you could copy someone's Conqueror's Haki. It's unclear if that is the case, but if the only drawback is that the only thing you can't copy is devil fruit powers, theoretically speaking, you can steal somebody's Haki. Meaning, you could take Conqueror's Haki for yourself. That is pretty badass. Not to mention, Bon Clay has a perfect memory of everybody he has ever touched. But it is unclear if that is because he has an eidetic memory or if that's part of a devil fruit's powers. But if it's part of the devil fruit's powers, it gives you a perfect memory of everyone you've ever touched and everyone you've ever copied. So, if that's part of the devil fruit power, that's pretty cool. Like, if I were using it, I would probably use it to turn into maybe some of my other friends, and then see if, like, maybe like they're actually truly my friends, or if they just fucking despise me. But I could also use it to, I don't know, attract down bad guys, or maybe even like prank my friends. You know, I would probably use it for mischievous but also wise reasons. At number 5, we have the Tremor fruit. Now, with this fruit, there's no like real reason why I want this fruit, other than the fact that I think that it's really cool, and also because of the fact that I like the character who has it. This Paramecia type devil fruit allows the user to create vibrations or earthquakes at will, making the user a Tremor human, or a Tremor creator. That is pretty badass. Plus, this fruit is also fearsomely known as the strongest devil fruit in the entire Paramecia type class, and it's also known as the fruit that can destroy the world. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure Whitebeard came close to ripping the entire world apart when Ace died. I would have. The major strength of this fruit is that it grants the user the ability to generate massive vibrations or shockwaves which can travel through virtually any medium, including, might I add, the ground, the seafloor, and even the air. Yes, he can crack the air. Need I say more? As we already know, this fruit was consumed by Whitebeard, but Marshall D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard, somehow stole his devil fruit powers when he died. I don't know if maybe that's one of the dark fruit powers. I don't know how it works, but somehow he managed to steal Whitebeard's powers after he died. Like I said, I don't really have a reasonable reason why I want this power. I just want it because of the fact that I really like Whitebeard. Plus, if I use the air-breaking punches, maybe then I'll actually start winning some sparring fights in amongst my martial art friends. Because when it comes to sparring, I'm crap at it. So maybe this will actually give me a fighting chance. At number 4, we have the Flame fruit. Now, there are some reasonable reasons why I would want to have this fruit, but the main reason is because I just really like Ace. And honestly, I want to have his powers. This Logia type devil fruit allows the user to create, control, and transform into fire at will, turning them into a fire human. Now, if you know me well, one of my favourite superpowers is fire. Whether it being turning into fire, shooting fire, pyrokinesis, anything to do with fire, I am a massive fan of it. I don't know why it is. I don't know if maybe it's because my favourite Pokemon type is fire type. I don't know if maybe when I was growing up watching Ben 10, one of my favourite aliens was Heat Blast. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I just really like firepower. Like I said, this fruit was originally consumed by Porcus the Ace, but somehow the fruit came back around. I don't know how, because I haven't gotten that far into One Piece yet, but I'm sure it'll be explained how the Flame fruit came back around. And then somehow Sabo consumed it. Haven't seen that part either, but I do know that he does consume it. The fruit's major strength is that it can basically turn the person into the elements that this fruit is based on. So in this case, if I ate it, I would be able to control as well as create fire. So that's always fun because of the fact that, you know, I like my boy Infernape up there. So with my martial arts skills and my fire powers, I'll basically be Infernape. So you can't go wrong with that. Plus, not to mention the fact that bullets and swords have no effect on you. They just go straight by you. So I get shot, go straight through me. I get stabbed, go straight through me. So you can't go wrong with that part either. One other positive about this is that you are incapable of getting burnt, which is a massive upside for me because of the fact that 1, I burn easily, and 2, I'm sensitive to both heat and fire. So I personally think this would definitely be a match made in heaven for me. Plus, I could also be like a source of heat in case like the power goes out and we're in the middle of winter. I could also like make my own food in the wood as if I was decided to go camping for whatever reason. And plus, if the gas oven or gas hob doesn't work, I can just be like, hey, fancy a light? Plus, if I wanted to attract a girl who may smoke, I could probably just light their cigar with my pinky. So, yeah, that's always fun. At number 3, we have the fruit that not only inspired me to make this video, but it was the first fruit that I saw that I thought to myself, I wouldn't mind consuming this fruit if it were real. That being the Mark fruit. Now, I don't know if this is a popular fruit amongst other One Piece fans, but I personally wouldn't mind consuming this fruit. This Paramecia type devil fruit allows the user capability of aiming at whichever target they decide upon from any location at any time with anything at ease. Meaning, let's say I decided I'm going to mark this person with my left hand. I touch them, and then I can easily throw a weapon at them, let's say a knife, an axe, maybe even a boat, hell, an airplane, anything at all. It doesn't have to be a weapon. It could be maybe a soft toy, a toothbrush, a fridge. I could literally like throw anything up in the air and it will fly in the direction of the target and nothing can stop it in its way unless it is something that is physically stronger. So let's say I decided to throw a soft toy, throw it into the air and it will find the target. If the target is inside a house, it's not going to get through the wall. But if I decided to throw a giant ship at them, it's going to go straight through the house. So it has to be stronger than what is protecting the target inside if they're inside some sort of enclosed space. This fruit was eaten by Van der Decken, who I definitely believe is a massive creep. Yeah, he is most certainly a massive creep. This fruit makes the user capable of aiming at whatever they touch with their hands. Like I said, The user can also memorize as many targets as they want, as long as they have the correct number of hands to do so. So if I were using it, I can only have 2 targets at a time. But let's say an octopus fishman decides to consume the fruit. They can have up to 6 targets. So, depending on how many hands you have, you could probably have like as many targets as you want. But for me, 2 targets is fine. Plus, you don't even have to throw what you want up in the air. It's shown in the anime that all you need to do is just touch it. I'm not going to say what, because it could be a massive spoiler, and I don't want to say too much else that it could be a spoiler. But, honestly, this fruit is very useful, because let's say I have something that belongs to my friend, and they want it back. It will save both them and me meeting up to give it back, when I can just simply mark them, just touch it, and it'll go straight back to the owner. Or, if there's someone that I don't like, I could decide to drop an AK-47 on their house. Or if I wanted to, maybe a World War II bomb. Or better yet, maybe even the Buckingham Palace if I wanted to be really nasty. But you get the picture. This fruit definitely is one badass fruit. At number 2, we have the Clear fruit. You can't deny that this is probably one of the best powers to have in the real world. Like, turning invisible? That's pretty badass. This Paramecia type devil fruit allows the user to turn themselves or whatever they're holding invisible. Whether what they're holding be a living object or a non-living object. They will always turn completely invisible. Basically turn them into an invisible man. And this fruit was eaten by Absalom. And I cannot deny, he is by far one of the best characters in One Piece. Like, he is funny as hell. I kind of gone over what this fruit can do, really. It turns anything you touch, as well as yourself, completely invisible. Meaning you could easily spy on other people, and also, that's pretty much it. You can pretty much spy on anyone, and also you can use this power to make a quick escape. But I would use this fruit for the same reason that Sanji wants to use this fruit. To be a superhero.
Bull crap.
Yeah, to be a superhero. I mean, think about it. You can turn invisible, creep up on bad guys, and knock them out. Like, that's a pretty good reason. Like, why else would Sanji want this fruit? Like, why would anyone else want that fruit? Like, being a superhero is always the best reason. And finally, at number 1, we have the Rumble fruit, which is ironic because when it was first introduced, it was in my least favourite arc in the whole of One Piece. But I cannot deny, I love the Rumble fruit. This Logia type devil fruit grants the power to create, control, and transform themselves into lightning at will. Now, if you know me, one of my favourite Marvel characters is Thor. And Thor's main thing is thunder. He's the god of thunder, but he also can shoot lightning. So, this is probably the closest I can be to being Thor. Plus, this is one of the few devil fruits that claims to have the power of invincibility. So, that's a nice added bonus. This fruit was eaten by Enel, or if you watch the dub, Eneru. This power also basically allows you to become lightning, to generate, control, and transform into electricity. The user can discharge a variable amount of electricity from their body, but they can also generate as much voltage as pure lightning, which, by the way, is 200 million volts. That's right, pure lightning has 200 million volts. So meaning, if I had this power, I could shoot lightning blasts with this 200 million volts. That is pretty sick if you ask me. Plus, with this power, I could probably charge people's phones, charge my phone, I could charge all sorts of types of batteries. I could use this power for all sorts of incredible reasons. Like, using this as a power source? Mate, that could be useful. Like, we all know that energy crisis is not exactly ideal. So, I could literally be everybody's generator. Like, if my electricity is the same as pure lightning, they could absorb it into a battery and have it use the power for bloody ages. So, this is a very good power, if you ask me. Plus, like most Logia Devil Fruits, the user can physically morph into that element. So, bullets, no good. Swords, no good. They'll just pass right through them. Plus, I don't know if this is possible with the fruit, but with the electricity, you could use the electrodes to make yourself levitate if you really want to. Kind of like an electromagnet or something. Like, I don't know how to put it into words, but with the electricity, you could generate flight if you really wanted to. But yeah, with this power, you could potentially gain the power of flight by using the electrodes that you manipulate. So, that's a nice added bonus. So, you could literally become Thor with this power. To me, that is a perfect reason why I would want to have this fruit. And now then, guys, hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. If you would have some of these devil fruits, what devil fruits you would have. If you like One Piece as much as I do. And if you have any video suggestions for the future, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Also, guys, if you make videos and you want to make a video based on what devil fruits you would eat, link that in the comments, because I definitely am interested to see what devil fruits you would consume. Because it's an interesting composition. Like, gaining power while taking away your ability to swim. It's an interesting concept and a very interesting debate. I can think of one YouTuber friend of mine who is probably the absolute biggest One Piece nerd and One Piece fan. I definitely would like to see what devil fruits he would consume in the form of a video. You know who you are, make a video, then tag me in it, and I will watch it. And if you do a good enough job, maybe I'll do a reaction video out of it. So please make that video if you know who you are. Did you enjoy the video as much as I did making it? If you did, be sure to give it a massive thumbs up, comment down below, share the video with a friend, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. It's been Inferno today. Okay, that's all from me, so until the next time, this is Inferno, signing off. Bye!